All right, tonight's meal is possibly the easiest meal to make at home. It is so simple, it's inexpensive, and it's delicious. Ribs, Kansas City barbecue style. They come pre-packaged, and according to the bag, you bake them at 400 degrees for an hour and 20 minutes. Now, I'm going to do a little longer, probably an hour and a half, because of my oven. But this is so simple. Literally, you put this bag of ribs, which only costs about 12, 13 bucks, on the cookie sheet in the bag. All you do, take a knife, you just cut a little slit in the bag. So I got a slit here in the bag. That's all you got to do. So oven's preheated to 400. You leave it in the bag. Just put it on in. Look at that. So it's 510. So I'm looking about 630, 640. And then for my sides, easy mashed potatoes. And I'm going to do a side of some fruit, some sliced peaches. It's a great meal. Like I said, inexpensive and super easy to make. The only downfall, it does take about an hour and a half to prepare. So you start it early, and you'll be ready to go in about 90 minutes. And it's a delicious, easy meal. All right, just turned 6:30. So my ribs have been in the oven for about an hour and 20 minutes. So I'm going to give them about 10 more minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to get my potatoes going. And these potatoes are so easy. So it said 2 cups of boiling water. That's the first step. So I've got a pot on the stove. I've got it set on 9 because once that water hits the pot, it won't be very long. It's going to boil. I'm going to make 2 bags of potatoes. I want a lot of potatoes. So I'm going to use 3 cups. 4 would make the potatoes too runny, in my opinion. So if I use 3, they're a little thicker. So I've got my measuring cup. I'm filling it up to 2 cups. Pour it in. I'm going to add 1 more cup. Okay. All right. So I'm going to add 1 more cup. All right. There we go. So I got 3 cups of water in the pot. I got my burner set on 9. You can already see it starting to bubble up on the bottom. It's going to be boiling in no time. So you get a good boil going. And let's see. So boiling water. Second step is immediately add the entire pouch of potatoes. So I'm going to add both and mix thoroughly. I'm going to use a fork, spin them all around, get them all mixed. Third step, I'm going to cover. Got my lid here ready to go. I'm going to cover and let it sit for 5 minutes. I'm going to stir and enjoy. But I'll show you, I'm going to add some butter to it for flavor as well. So, and then peaches, you just open the can and serve. So, all in all, the ribs cost about 12 bucks. These bags of potatoes cost about $1.50 a piece. So that's $15. A can of peaches, $2. So you're looking at about a $16, $17 meal that's going to serve 4 adults easily. And you're going to have leftovers, I guarantee it. So once I get those potatoes going, I'll show you the result. All right, it didn't take long. Got a good boil going in the pot. So we're gonna add 2 bags of the flakes. Make sure you get all of them out. There's 1. There's 2. Got 2 bags in there. Okay, so remove it from the heat for a second. Let's see. So immediately add the entire pouch. I'm going to mix thoroughly. Okay, and then I'm going to cover it and let it sit for 5 minutes. So I'm going to grab a fork, turn off my burner. All right. Look how easy that was. Delicious mashed potatoes in seconds. And all you do is boil some water, add the pouch of potato flakes, and mix it up. I'm going to add some butter, like I said, for flavor. Now, you can add more water to make these a little runnier. I like a little thickness to them. These are pretty good. So I'm going to add some butter, mix that up. All right, I added my butter, gave it a good mix. So I added maybe 3 teaspoons of butter, just for some flavor. So I'm going to cover it, set it aside for 5 minutes. So 6:38, we'll get them out. They'll be done about 6:43-ish. So I'm going to get my ribs, which have been in here for a while. There we go. Oh, they smell so good. And like I said, what an easy, delicious meal. You're talking Kansas City barbecue ribs. Good old hearty mashed potatoes and some fruit. All for about 15 to 17 bucks for a meal that's going to feed 4 adults easily. So, just pull this out. You want to let it sit for a minute. Let's see. So I put that slit in the bag. I don't know where it's at. I'm going to make a new one. What I do is cut the bag open. I'm going to let these sit for about 5 minutes like the potatoes. But I like to cut the bag open. Okay. Let's get a pair of scissors and cut this open. Okay. All right. Woo! Look at this. So incredibly good. Look at that meat. Kansas City barbecue ribs. Oh, so good. Ready in about an hour and a half. I'll plate them and I will show you the finished result. All right, the meal is complete. So easy to make. I've got my delicious Kansas City barbecue style ribs, some yummy hearty mashed potatoes, a side of sliced peaches. So of course you just crack the can open. I drain the juice, drain that syrup, and then pour them into a little side dish. But this meal is so easy to make. Takes about an hour and a half to make it, but between $15 and $17 for a delicious ribs dinner, you can't beat it. So enjoy.